might be ready to take that next step. You might be ready to test your limits a little bit more. I was thinking about this the other day because I have been doing yoga via like YouTube videos for years. And I realized a few months ago that I was still doing beginner level videos, which are great depending on what it, depending on your level and depending on what it is you're trying to work on. I started occasionally doing these intermediate level sessions, and they were clearly much more challenging. Like having to control the breath and all of that was happening much more with these videos, but I was able to do them. I'm usually able to do them. I usually feel really good afterwards. I feel like I've gotten more of a workout if that was my goal versus kind of like relaxing and stretching. And I had to like come to the realization that I'm ready for intermediate level practices, but I'm not allowing myself to do intermediate level practices just because I'm used to doing the beginner level practices. And somewhere in my brain, I remember attempting intermediate level practices before I was actually ready for them. And they were so hard and I could barely get through them, and it was really unpleasant. And so I think that's still kind of playing in my head, even though I've been doing yoga for years now. I'm capable of handling an intermediate level practice at this point. And so I wondered, after sitting and thinking about that, if that shows up in other areas of my life, if it's maybe showing up in areas of your life where you are now ready to do the thing that you attempted, weeks ago, months ago, years ago, because you've built up the stamina or the capacity or the experience or the knowledge or the belief in yourself or the resources or all of these things. You're not in the same place anymore. But maybe there's that fear or that trauma or, just that memory that's kind of keeping you stuck or keeping you in a belief that you're not ready for the next step when you actually are. So you might be ready to take the next step. You might be ready to challenge yourself a little bit more. And that may be just what you need to get where you're trying to go.